Good morning. This is Lee Duffield, Reiki Master, and this is my midnight angel watch. And I've been told tonight that we're going to see some orbs and different things going on. So watch the screen very carefully. I'm a Reiki Master and I work in 3 churches: the Little Mill, Pontywayn Church and Newbridge in South Wales, UK. And I've experienced seeing angels, Archangel Michael, Tabaris, and Angel Guardial, which in the name she is a spiritual guard to give you protection, a bit like Archangel Michael that you can call upon. For protection and help. And there's lots of other angels that you probably know about, some of the names. And they are angels and archangels, and are always there to help you if you call upon them. In silence and in prayer you can call upon them. You can't demand to see them, you just call upon them respectfully, and you will get signs in one way or another. If you need help on something, they can bring you an added piece to a problem. If you think positively, it is the best way to attract angels, for they like positive energies. Each one of us has got a guide, and connecting to these guides, for the ones that don't know, is quite a journey to talk to and to be able to experience some things that I've experienced and others have experienced. Some people are born with the natural ability to even see their angelic friends in their third eye, and some may even be gifted to see more, which is a real treat. But using these energies has to be respectfully, as we can't demand. Spirit shows us when we're ready to learn, but being aware of them is a good place to be. The understanding, and many do understand, so this video may help them in some way as well. For don't forget to keep watching the screen, because there could be little flashing lights, or you may see, some people may see little angels or big angels. So it's going to be well worth looking at. there's any young children sat there looking at the screen. Yes, you. Yeah, you. It's time for bed. So I would suggest say your prayers when you get to bed. And I'm just going to tell you a prayer. Please God, keep us safe this night, secure from all our fears. May angels guard us while we sleep, till morning light appears. Amen. So now, my little friends, it's time for bed. Good night. And for the grown-ups, we are going to have a longer chat, and hopefully we're going to uncover some spiritual anomalies of angels and lights and signs. So keep watching, for this is an interesting time. It's early in the morning, and it is a Friday morning. We've passed the midnight hour now. So it's silent, and it's in my monastery in South Wales, where I have done all my studies and connected to the spiritual world, the Lord God energy, Yahweh, and Jesus, and about 30 angels. And I know their colours that I will see in my third eye, and my clients see in their third eye when they are nice and relaxed and having a healing. It is a nice place to be. It's really interesting to be resting, eyes closed, and letting spirit come around with you. And some people may hear a high pitch energy in your ears. It's like a high pitch frequency, like a squealing. Some people might put it down to tinnitus, but it's not. This is an angelic energy, which once you have it, you may speak to spirit, although they always hear you anyway. But when you hear this frequency, you know the connection is good, and you're becoming more aware. And if you're becoming more aware, then it's a positive thing. It's a good idea to find a spiritualist church to go into, or a church of your choice, but one where you can have healing is a spiritual church. And become aware of many things. And in love and light, and the Lord Heavenly Father, as long as the prayers go to Him and into the universe, they are being heard. Even your thoughts can be heard. So this is why it is important to be very careful what you think. For if you act upon what you're thinking, it will become part of your karma. So if you do anything bad, it will come back on you. And if you do good, then it's a positive thing, and only good will come of it. And the more love you put out there, the more love will come back to you. So treat all people with respect. And follow some of the Namastic ways. And look at some of our different origins where they've, like monks and people like that. We're talking about good ones that have stayed faithful to the faith and not strayed, for they have another learning. For whatever we do, we are being judged upon, and we'll have many temptations that come in to tempt us to do something, and you know it's wrong. Keep with your gut feeling and do the right thing, and try to steer away from doing wrong. In love and light, keep watching the screen, for I'm told little things will be happening. We have candles lit in front. We've got 5 candles. One for Mary Magdalene, one for Archangel Michael, and one for Mother Mary, one for Jesus, and one for the Heavenly Father, Yahweh of the heavens. And if you squint your eyes, you may see 43 lights shining off of one candle, and yet there's 3 lights on each candle, so it would be about 43 lights per each candle, if you're able to count them. And this kind of energy is the energy the angels come in on, streams of light. Not many people see angels, and yet a lot can, and understanding from a deeper level gives you a deep knowing. Just keep watching the cameras. Yes, you may be able to see a flickering of a candlelight, but the energy level around here is tremendous. I'm just energizing some of the bits around there with my Tibetan symbols for cleansing and bringing more energy in. I'm just going to do some more, so I'm going to leave you watching the camera for a minute. So we're filming early morning now, and you might even hear a milk cart go by on their journeys to deliver the milk. Sometimes they use a fast milk cart. If you remember, somebody called Ernie used to drive the fastest milk cart in the West. Well, we've got his son and his nephew here on the local delivery service, so occasionally you may hear them. Tomorrow I shall watch the film again and on the big screen that I watch it on, when I witness some things, I actually mention it in the next film I do. So I write the things down, and then I talk about it in my next episode of the things that I've actually witnessed. As I said, I've seen Angel Guardio to the left of the screen here at the top high. She appeared there. And Archangel Michael and Tabaris appeared over to the right side of this room in the corner. This was about 4 o'clock in the morning, and we're coming into these times when I've had angels appear. So keeping my hands crossed to hopefully we will see some signs, or you will see some signs if you keep watching. For this is an interesting time. You can probably see energies in the room, and these are kind of like small specks of energy, about as big as a pinhead, something of that size. And usually if you, when it's just getting dark in the evening, if you look out through the window, you may see, if you're in a meditation state with your eyes open but you're relaxing, you may see the energy falling like rain. And it may not be raining outside, but when this can be seen, it's not raining outside, but when you're indoors looking out, you can see this energy falling. And then if you think rise, the energy will rise again. And then if you think fall, it will fall again. But you've got to be respectful for the energy. And if you see this, you know how it works. And this is the same as what we think and what we do. For if we send out good things, the good energy goes out. And if we do bad things, then it goes down. It's not very nice. So we must do good things to raise our energy levels and to do all good things and follow good ways of life and looking after your body. And for they are temples to look after for what we eat and what we drink. Certainly not to smoke and infect our lungs with chemicals. I mean, we need a clean oxygen supply, and only by living our life in the way that we can manifest this good way of life and the good foods that we can eat and drink, then it helps us to have a prolonged life. So it's always best to think carefully before venturing on risky situations that you might put yourself in jeopardy of your health. We've been given a gift to life, so we should use it fruitfully and help who we can and be a good citizen. I just seen an orb. Did you see that? Yes, keep watching. That was good. That was good. So it's Friday today, and we're in the third month, 19. I've seen the gritters go up this morning, so it's going to be a frosty one. We had a drop of rain earlier, but it's looking clear outside. And I say when it's raining, the angelic energy appears to manifest itself easier, let's say. So as you're watching this, you may see something and you will know what it is, and I would suggest write things down and keep track of what you see, because I've put quite a few of these films in and I will be doing more films, and if you watch carefully you'll be surprised what it uncovers for you on your journey. If anybody hasn't done Reiki, I would suggest doing 1, 2 and 3 is a good thing. And some colleges around by you may be doing a Reiki course. For this is what I did in Chepstow, in the college, the Wyvern College. My master was Annie. And it wasn't until I started going to the churches to do the healing as a practitioner, I'd become aware of many other things, as you also will if you do the Reiki course 1, 2 and 3, and other things and spirit guides will come in, like angels and guides like Usui, and lots and lots. I think I hear one of the milk trucks going up now. I got a big delivery today. Yeah. I hope you guys are seeing something good, because I've seen a few more little orbs going around. I say in my monastery here I've witnessed quite a few things, and even out in the garden in the daylight at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, as I was digging the garden, and I lifted up this turf, and under it, amazing to what I witnessed, there was like an angel guarding like a porpoise underneath, and the porpoise was something that was going to be hatching, so it was underground, it was under the ground, about 2 inches under the ground, and there was an angel on top, and the angel was about 4 inches. Obviously it's a creature angel, and it stayed for about 4 minutes, and when I become aware of it, it disappeared. And so I put the turf back down, because there had been grass where I'd been moving things around, and so I left it there. But it gave me a deeper insight that there's spiritual creatures around, and I suppose they're kind of like the goblins and gnomes that we've heard about, but this was a porpoise, quite a big one, about 3 inches it was. It was only small, but it was something going to be hatching out into something. And but there was the angel guarding it, and it was beautiful. And I was absolutely amazed. And I hadn't been drinking that day, no. And so I put the turf back down, and I left, and I never altered how the garden was in that place. But I have a lovely monastery garden, and I've got on top of my hill what I call Mount Zion, where I do my meditations and writings, and that's where I've connected to our Lord God, Heavenly Father, and have spoken to him for many hours, over many weeks and months. And when you've been at that stage, you understand on a higher level of more things going on. A beautiful time to have experienced, to help me understand what's going on. And I will say I had to lose a lot to gain what I have gained now, to understand. And understanding, I actually have had past life regressions to find out the people that played the parts in my life this time. Like when I was at the warehouse, staying there for a year and a half, my marital status had changed, and when I tracked back into it, my wife had been my daughter in another lifetime, in 1725, and I had 2 daughters in that lifetime, and my wife this time was one of them, and somebody over in the little mill called Katie was the other daughter of mine. She does have a surname. And when I become aware of this, I was able to give her her guide, which was Tomahawk, which was 3 Eagles' brother. And I used to ride with him as Indians before Christ. About 200 years before Christ. And then my second incarnation was with Christ himself as John the Baptist. That is deep. Are you still watching the screen?